name is Jessica Holyfield, and I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States, and we are here taking a look at NCT U's track entitled Baggy Jeans. This is a Patreon request. Shout out to Jay for the request. I'm pumped to look at this for a couple of reasons. Firstly, I've heard the chorus of it, and it sounds like a vibe, so I'm very intrigued on it. I do know some of the people who have choreographed this, like Taryn. She's done some NCT stuff, which is really fun, and I was recommended to look at the performance version over the music video, but we are going to watch both, but we're going to do the performance version first out of respect to Jay, who requested this. And not only that, we're going to look at the dance practice that was a shot during their concert tour, as well as a behind the scenes. So this is going to be lots of fun. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Baggy, 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 baggy jeans. Baggy, 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 baggy jeans. 몽개 내리고 sky high attitude. 거울 막고 끌어올리지는 바지 좀
Hey, that's right! 10's in this! Jay told me 10 was in it, I forgot until just now! Come on! Yeah, with the CCs, nice. That's part. Is he wearing a skirt? That must not be comfortable, because it's a jean skirt. They must be hot with the amount of layers of jeans and sweats, and how they have their shirts tucked in their boxers is really funny, honestly. It doesn't look comfortable, but that's just me. Yeah. Oh my God! It's honestly weird seeing 10 in a group, because this whole time I've seen him as a soloist. That's so funny. Yeah. Ooh, oh, oh. I don't know how I feel about this part though. I don't mind this. Lordy. Okay. It's that last little bit, man. I don't know. It's so weird with NCT specifically. There's always something about a track. I'm like, what is happening? Okay. Baggy jeans. So we do. Here we go.
Baggy, 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 baggy jeans. Baggy, 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 baggy jeans. 몽개 내리고 sky high attitude. 거울 막고 끌어올리지는 바지 좀
I know that these are real. Is the one on his chest real too?
좀 거칠고 내가 거는 시리게 넓은 octagon Lay back 뒤로 그려줘 빠르기보다는 flow keep it 24 알고 맞지 모두 freeze out of play 우리 모두 같이 걸렸지 우리 trap Baggy 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 bag it up 담아내 뭔가 원시지 내 주머니 빠르게 우린 더 바라지 끝까지
Look at all the jeans. It's like cotton candy. That's so interesting. That's cool. I wonder if they wear green, like a green suit for that. That's cool. Honestly, that's fun. And the look. What is Ten wearing? Oh, that's like... I love that. But not this audibly. Oh man. Wow. Okay. Oh, they grow me so much as a person. Okay, here we go from the top. Dude, so many people are gonna be there. Yeah. Look at their normal AF outfits. Yeah. 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 Lose it or spend it. I really like the format of the choreo a lot. I like that. That's cool. I see why people learn this. Baggy, 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 baggy jeans. I like that he had his, like, the voice is really, really low. It's dope. That's a dope AF transition, guys. That was so freaking sick. And it gets missed when you do performance shots because the camera pans it and you can't really see what they're doing. Yeah, yeah. It's a bit on the simpler side, which I don't mind at all. Yep, yep. And it always makes it more impressive when you see it in a one take like this. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Nice. Nice. Little reject. Okay, cool. So this is the one that we're going to analyze because it's one take, and there's certain transitions in this that you did not get to see or had the privilege of really appreciating because of the camera shots. Okay, here we go from the top. So in the beginning, this doesn't look as awkward as the music video one did. Like this right here, I think that's awkward to me, but this looks way more like, because you get to see what's going on at the top. So I like the little extra hop on it from side to side. It's cool. And then we pick it up on jeans, which is nice. And then go baggy, 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 baggy. Now, I know that they're not known for uniformity. I really don't focus so much on that, especially on concepts like this. It kind of looks weird at times, or it kind of looks a bit inauthentic if they're like really squeaky clean, right? So I don't mind it, and you can really, as long as you're able to get the dynamics in check, you understand what the choreography is intended for, then it's fine, you know? So all this is here, I feel like they're kind of doing their own vibe, of course, but it's the structure of getting it spread out where you have some subtlety coming from your first feature. He's lower and everybody else went higher, and then everyone dropped down, up, and then you have a new person in the front, and then you have every other half lower, and then two are higher, and then I like the melts on that, so they all accent forward, and they go, and the speed changes to the back, everyone making their own choice. Some chose to crisp the, like, punctuated near the tail end. And then from here it goes, oh, my crew. Cool. I see it's your crew. We're here for it. And I like the little ball changes with the extra hinges on it is fun, which we're here for. I like that boom, 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 which is also nice. A little 3-step turn. Well, not from 10 here, but you would have somebody else kind of catering or matching that in the transition in the back. So it feels balanced because you don't have too many people on one side versus the other, but you don't have others moving so much. So it's subtle but effective. Nice. And then right there, like the body, it's the shoulders, and then we snap to the inside, nice little crisp, crisp knees that are being accented there, and I like how we hit it with the back too, boom, and then we're going and we're vroom, vroom, vrooming on the vroom, 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 cool. And then we go, finna feel this, so we go hit, it's like a hit them folks vibe, I think, to a certain degree. Oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. So it's not like a standard Hit 'em Folks, but that concept of torso is. Fun fact about Hit 'em Folks, where it was made is literally a stone's throw from where I used to live. So it's super cool, that correlation of like what you end up seeing in these types of routines. I can drive to the location where that move was incepted. It's so cool. You know what I mean? So dope. Anyway, but I like how they dip into that nice little scoop going on with the upper body as we continue to transfer the weight over in our transition. Little snap out of that, little give me 5 coming at it from 10, which is nice. And I like the step and the step, which is really cool. And then they take it, and then they dip it a little bit low. Now, yes, I'm picking out 10 a lot. I did a full 10 marathon in celebration of all the cool things of YouTube and Patreon. So, it's no, like, I am going to find him a lot faster because I am not used to seeing him in a group. Most of the time solos, because I've seen most of his work as a solo artist, which is really cool. But cool to see him here in the group. I like this little add-on. We got the first and then the second and then the throw. Now I do know 2 of them. Yes, Taeyoung's the leader of NCT 127, and then Mark's in like every freaking NCT unit. So I think it would be weird if I see an NCT group and Mark is not in it in some way. He's in more than not, right? And then I know there's 2 others. They look familiar. Jury's still out. We'll naturally uncover them as I look at more material. I like how they do that as they go and create a transition into a V, and then he goes click, click, click with the gun, which is nice, and they're nice and low on that. They come up, he's low, they transition into the straight line. And it goes 1, 2, 3, and then from here he hits it over. It kind of feel like a little hit to Quan, but not quite. He just hits it, and then he just travels it back. They all expand out in the formation. The little hop, hop, hop. He picks up the arms, which is nothing crazy. It goes hop, hop, hop with the knees, hop, hop, and then we chose to just double. I think we doubled up the knees here, didn't we? Hop, hop, hop that up, ba, ba. Oh, so they did the same thing on both sides. So that's like a really simple phrase. and simple doesn't mean easy. Nothing of what I'm saying is easy. The structure is very digestible, very readable, where you do it on one side and then you do it on the other side. I'm not used to that as much with just boy group choreo in the modern days and the modern generations. And so it's nice to kind of see that little breathable moment. It makes it more fun for the performance side, so it's not much to have to process in movement quality, which is nice. And then you have your moment with your feature. They have their arms up, cross down, which is fine. He takes his arms, some subtlety going high to low, and then set it back. That's a little nay traveling there. And it goes 1, 2, 3, which kind of ties into what you saw earlier with one of our features low, but they're doing it with a pop, pop, pop. And then we swing it with the leg, double it up as well. So that's, once again, a little simple. We're just doubling it on just whole counts, nothing crazy. And then they go, thread it through into, these are CCs. So CC from one side to the other, and then from here, I don't mind this where they go here, and they go tap, tap, tap with the heels to get it to more of that straddle position. And then, I don't know if we were supposed to go for a thread to come back up, but that's life. Then we come back up. I love this. Da, ba, da, da, da. That's got such a vibe. And the hinge on this, and they're bending, and then they're scooping the hips back to make this a really nice full moment. 1, 2, and 3. Look up, and then they do it again. This is dope. And then all of them are facing towards the inside. Oh, that's cool. Now this move here, but I'm used to seeing this with your legs a little bit more full. I think this is. I'm trying to think if I learned this. I feel like that's going to be really awkward for me to do, because I would be used to, like, I'm used to a different way my shoulders roll when my weight shifts in that position. But that could just be a me thing. I don't mind, though, that it's subtle like that, because it's really low tone and it's isolated. So in my baggy, like that's the focal point. So not doing too much, I think, actually works in the favor here. And then that jeans, I like on the jeans. And then from here, we create a fun transition. Just right here, it's just a rock with a step. Nothing crazy there. We like it. And then baggy jeans. So that's also really nice. I want to know who hits the high note. I don't know. Maybe deviating a little bit more would be nice. But also we have one of them grab his hat. I don't know if it's because he doesn't want it to fall off, or if he's the feature there. Maybe. I don't know. And then from there, it goes baggy. That, once again, doesn't bother me. It's subtle. It's talking about baggy jeans, so that's like a really nice way to do wordplay, you know? And it goes baggy. Throw it. Cool. And then it goes high with the rocks. Once again, I like how we're, using, twisting the toe of the feet out to the sides, which is nice. And then you have one of them walk forward. That's smart, right? And then like this is a dope AF transition. Look at this. That is so cool because it's rotational and it goes through the windows and it creates a nice V on the side. So that is what really helped, and the camera panned over to this spot. You wouldn't have been able to appreciate it if we didn't look at the fixed cam. That I love that. That little jeans, and we look at us, and it goes hit, and then we go over some subtlety, and it goes baggy. Do I think this movement's a little bit too loud for his subtlety? Personally, yes, but it's one move, so that's whatever. You know what I mean? Baggy jeans up. And this right here, this is a shmoney, and they're using it in a transition. And I like how we triple it. Baggy. Come on. Love it. And we put the arms out, and we drop. And then you have your next feature. He's up. And it goes da-da-da. And so he takes the arms, and then we make it nice and subtle. And then our next feature, everyone made subtly different choices there. So I'm assuming that was all individual. And he does a little snap. Love that. And actually ties into Ten's part earlier in the first course, where he throws it. He goes dun 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 dun. They all snap up. So this feels like it's a 10 thing, or a 10 fingerprint for his features, which is really cool. So he goes over. I love this. It's so crisp. Over to the side. He has this moment. And I love that here. Boom. Really nice. And then we're chugging it. So we chug it. Now, it's the opposite of a reject, where a reject, you see it later on. People call it the jerk. It's not the jerk. It's called the reject, even though you see it in a song called You're a Jerk. But here, that's not that. It's just a chug, and they're using it to help push the formation. I like these choices. There's not really basket runs. Every time they're going to a new spot, there's always content involved, which I'm totally fine with. It's cool. It's my preference, honestly. And that right there, it's fine. It's simple. But I don't mind the fact that in the catalog of NCT, we have some simpler things. It's still a vibe. You're going off a vibe. In comparison to like these overly intricate routines that are like heavily polyrhythmic. These are polyrhythmic, but basic forms of it, which is the essence of what you would assume in a street style lens, right? Because hip hop is polyrhythmic, hitting and a boom boom. The stylist, if I'm being honest, I think like my note for the styling of it, it's gonna age about how Replay by Shiny aged, where there's certain elements like this weave that they were wearing as a mane, as a necklace. There's certain things that they were being asked to wear that are just not gonna read well in about 5 years, you know? But that's, you know, that's life. Sometimes we gotta have our hits and our misses, but that's a very fascinating thing, right? And then right there, just like little hinges on it. Nothing crazy, little shmoney's again. He has his moment. And of course, they all frame more towards the inside. He's the one that looks up, so we naturally clock him as our feature. So they slide over, hit, and then we do a little V-step at the back. And then we sweep it around, taking the arms up, making them low, punch it to the side, and then we have some subtlety. It's like a gliding influence, but I wouldn't give it a full glide, though. But I like the transition. It's smooth. And I like with our feature, he's looking front. Normally, I would prefer to have a level here, but because of the spacing they've given us in the front, it's not hard to clock who your feature is. That's a preference thing, and that's whatever. And they go clap, clap, clap. Part of me wishes that everybody clapped for that, but that's whatever. Once again, doesn't matter, and there's a chance it's because of the concert run through. It doesn't matter. I throw down. And then from there, we go down, we pick up the foot, we create a nice little hinge with a rock, we put that foot up, and then we do a nice little tap with the heel, and then we go da-da, which just goes high-low, which is nice, and he throws, and then we have that ch-ch-ch, somebody low, and everybody, I think it's is it a cannon? Let's see. Oh, wanna, so it hits his syllables. So we have first group, second group, and then they dig over. I think they could have pulled a full Mary J. Blige on it. Felt a bit marked, but it's because it's a dance practice at a concert. And what I've noticed is I've seen about 3, including this one. I've seen Stray Kids, Megaverse. I've seen Maestro by 17, and then this one are the ones I'm noting. No, I've seen The Boys too. Concert run-throughs feel more muted by nature because of the environment and because of the circumstance. So that's why I don't really give as much like stickler energy to these like I would if they're in the studio. Because in the studio, you're comfortable. It's the most prime place you're going to see it done. And I've mentioned that many a times, and I stand by that. Here, for me, it's literally a run-through out of courtesy to give something to your fans. I like it. I don't mind it. And I'm learning to be better about receiving these types of dance practices in comparison to the studio ones with the degree of expectations that get set on them. So, and it goes one more, which is fine, and they swing it down, nice little, and it's not even a true butterfly, but it gives that vibe, at least on the legato side if you watch how Tin does it. So they go in little hops, and then they transition. And this part is nice, definitely. It's it's a running man with a rotation. The elbows are kind of glued to the body, and then you end up rotating to create a fun moment on both sides. It's fun. And they go ding, ding, and so it's every other click, click, ISO, and then we go out, in, then you have your feature in the middle. He's more subtle, he stays up. Those that are next to him go low, and then those on the outside also go low, and then they use that transition. They go down, little toe taps. He has his moment. Spacing, of course, should be a smidgen better, whatever, though. The snap is nice. Then we dig, it goes down, down, down. Cool. And this part, of course, you have the camera pan over. Yeah, the same thing. I think the body is, it's not more full, it just feels that way. That little jeans, one of them a little bit lower than everybody else, just whatever. And that part's also really nice, where you just go, you have your windows, you just move through them and transition. Yeah, baggy jeans, take the arms, swing them up. It goes high, swing it over, he has a little throw, come on now. Goes out, and then we go and bring it up. Cool. It goes baggy, nice. And that's a Dougie variant right there. So it goes Dougie, and then we add a nice extra rotation where we go. It's it's not crank that or anything like that, but it's nice. I like the variant on that. Bring it over high like the throws. Yeah, bum. Go high. It goes over, and the crispness going high low is nice. And I like the pickup da. And then the baggy. It definitely, it's like a really, really muted Dougie is what you're seeing from side to side. Like, it's not even like a full, it's subtle. It's meant to, it feels very conversational. And then I do find it interesting that they had to grab from like right underneath the butt to lift I don't mind it. It's just an interesting place out of everywhere in your jeans. Like, you could totally pull from the front and you still get the rift on it, but I know the focal point's in the back, but you can still see the visual. It's so interesting, these choices. And the jeans, boom, boom, cool, fine. DDD, and I like the subtlety on that too. It goes down, up, we trace it to the front, so I like how it goes around, and then of course we trace it up, and then we speed change, so we're catering some of our weight over on our heels to create this nice visual, and I like that with the arms. It goes up, and then from here, we have it go DDD, and so we go out in, and then body roll onto this, and we swing the arms high-low, and then we go energy with the chest, and then we bring our, oh my gosh, just use your brain, and then we end up tapping or stepping onto the front foot. As we do that, we add and we continue this energy in this legato body roll through the first time with the trace, and then we extend the arm out. So that's nice to see there. The little pony's there, and I like the little accent of the arms on that too. This part's really nice. It's definitely that he's going with a little rooftop energy, but super legato, which is cool. And from there, it just feels like a reset. Like they could have pulled a butterfly there, but they didn't at all. It's just the upper body felt like we were setting up for it. He goes, ooh. Subtlety there, and then we go swing and swing, swing. We're catering a lot, I will say though, we're looking like our facing is over towards that. I mean, this is technically based on the vantage point, because this is your audience, right? And your stage is over here. This is stage left, and this is stage right. Which is kind of, it's interesting though, because normally I'm always used to saying opposite because I'm always looking from the audience. But here, this is your true stage left and stage right. They're catering a lot of the energy to that stage left side. So I find that so fascinating out of everything. Yeah, bum, bum, dun, dun, down, up, and it's cool, that crazy, sweet. We go da 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 da. Here's your head ISOs. I do wish that was a little cleaner, and I do feel like they probably did it in the performance version, so we'll chalk it up to that. Here's your body roll with the throw. It's fine. And then, of course, he uses this as a transition, content to transition, DDD, going cross, uncross, dropping it down, picking up the jean from the side, swing, swing, and then from there, as they drop, the jean from the opposite side, they end up creating a moment with a rotation of the hips on that part. I love that, and they use that, this rotation, to hinge over into dropping on the ground, and I like how we're pushing, and we're creating a rock with the upper body, pushing the hips forward to allow this moment to happen with the pressing of the knees. Drop it down. I like the lift up is also really nice, and then they go. Some of us, it's just how we got up was all different, whatever, you know. Mosh pit, and then we have a nice little substitute mosh pit, then we have a chill moment, then we mosh pit, but it's just structured, at least as long as you're in the general vicinity of where you need to be in your formation, it doesn't matter. It's kind of what it feels like. This one's not meant to be like this adjudicate me, like it's not the point of it, I really don't think. Throw there, and this right here, hit, oh my gosh, what is that? That's setup. What is that setup for? Click, 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 click. Now boom, oh, it reminds me of Wu-Tang. Click, click, but just like the cross part. So it's not even a Wu-Tang at all. It's just there's like so many different, for me it feels like a Rick roll almost with some of these setups. It feels like we're about to go into something that would be really cool, but we don't. We just kind of chill out, which is fine. But that's just kind of what my brain is reading on a lot of these cases. Like I mentioned multiple times, they could have pulled a butterfly and that would have been so sick there. But we did like a single one to accent out of it. Or we just did the upper body just as a reset, which is so fascinating. And there kind of feels that way too. Hit there. Yeah, just, I do feel like we could have made that a little bit more full. That would have been my preference on that. Hitting it over. I like that little ball change with the switch up. Fine. They cross up, and then from here, this is the sickest part of the whole thing. It's a whoa. Boom, boom, boom. And it's isolated. Oh. And they're hitting it. Yeah. But then after that, the song takes such a turn that catches me so off guard. It's not as off-putting as Sticker is, but it's up there in like top 3 sections, man. Yeah, baggy, and we're grabbing our shirt. Why are we grabbing our shirt when it's baggy jeans? So that's my note there. That jeans, dropping down is fine. It's party, baggy, and we're all making, I mean, some of us are going really, really low. And I kind of feel like it's your own individual choice. Gosh, the behind the scenes on this, I am so intrigued on. What's the turnaround time for it? There's so many different cases. Let me actually, I'm going to cheat a little bit. Sit down. Yeah, that part, it's head nods, it's not ISOs. It looks like ISOs, but they're not. The aerial shot on that was cool. Oh yeah, that. Oh, it's okay. How they do it, the actual setup reminds me of a Bismarcky. That's what it is. Okay, yeah, okay. Oh, everyone stayed up for that, so I think just Mark was feeling it a lot for that moment. Subtlety was really cool with throughout. So we're just gonna kind of glean through this real quick before we go back to that dance practice. Well, you know what? Subtlety from our feature. There's your reject, is nice. The walk, of course, Taeyong's really, really subtle there. Fascinating. Yeah, feeling so free. So fun. Okay. And then back. Let's go back to here. Yeah, that boom, 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 boom. Cool. Now, if I'm actually listening to it, let me have a little listen. What is in that part of the music? Oh, hi there. Back to this. Hold on. Here. Part's so cool. Oh, there's that wah 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 in the back. That makes sense because you can't hear it in the concert run through because of the audio. See, I'm telling you, I'm glad we have different versions because that mess right there, I'd be like, why did they do that? That's why there's a sound, boom 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 that they're hitting. Jeez, boom, wah 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 wah. Cool, we're here for that. Some of us are choosing to be very subtle. Some are doing a full-on throw. That part's fine. I do like the performance version and how they phrase that. The hit through. I love the fact that it's one take though. So of course the straight line was straight there. Here they have to modify it, which is fine. That's your reject that you just saw. Out in. I love that. Nice little punch. And then right here, I like the rock. It's just a little march step. Hit. And we melt it in. It's another thing too. It's a boom, melt. And then we have ball change. Some of us are choosing to add some extra knee rotation on it. Some of us are not. It's just ball changes. Then we go baggy, 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 just like we've kind of already saw and set up. Once again, tailoring over to that stage left side. And then we pull it up. Jeans. Cool, we're here for it. Nice. So, I mean, in a nutshell, there's certain elements that they're awkward, just being honest. But I honestly think there's some elements that I think the build-ups are really cool. Especially in this fixed cam, having the privilege of seeing some of the transitions were really fascinating. We have the behind the scenes. I cannot wait to dive into this. Let's go. That's already Weedham Boys right here. It is awkward, but it does look fun. If Weedham Boys did this, then there should be a demo. There should be a demo. Hold on. There's no full demo because I think Weedham Boys is a puzzle piece in this. They're not the full thing. I think they're the course though. So, okay. That makes more sense. Now, and I didn't even realize I didn't even have subs on this. So I was wondering, okay. One turn, let's right away. That's funny. That's funny. For real.
In my baggy, 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 baggy jeans. In my baggy, 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 baggy jeans. In my baggy, 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 baggy jeans. You know what I mean. Baggy, 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 baggy jeans. Baggy, 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 baggy jeans. In my baggy, 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 baggy jeans. Baby, you ain't nobody's in my pocket.
And that's Ingyu there in the space. I know that. Yeah. So with the mirror. Oh, yeah, okay. They did that part too. Makes sense. Baggy. Ooh. That's funny. You're funny. They're showing a lot of mark intent, but I'm assuming it's because they're main dancers, right? Ooh, come on now. Oh. See, yeah, they're pulling from the side on there. 완벽했어.
아니면은 마지막에 이동이면은 조금 이렇게 하는 것도 할 수 있어요. 근데 많이 배워.
Baggy jeans. Ah, we didn't film it. Oh. Yay!
오늘부터
Oh. He's like, I have no trust in them at all. Lose it or spend it. I do own baggy jeans. Well, part of the gimmick though is the transitions. It's not really just the movement. It does look fun though. I'm not gonna lie, it looks fun. Reverse it. I'm gonna be real with you though. Some of these parts that they're doing are just simple enough in the structure that your brain will forget it so fast. Truly. I mentioned this because I'm looking at Luna right now, and that's something I brought up there. Is that you have, if you're so used to like really complex concepts or a complex structure in, you know, formations and your staging and the polyrhythms, things like that, and I know that some of them are familiar with that, going with something very simple, your brain doesn't feel like it has to work as hard, and so it's going to be hard to retain it long term. So that's like real talk. So that's, I can see the difficulty in this and some of the awkward choices. Not only that, but the structure of it too. That part's so fun though. Nice. Dee-dee-doo. Hey. It does have a lot of unison, which once again doesn't bother me like as much because of the type of concept.
아니 팬이 앞으로 많이 나와서 뒤로 빡세게 들어오느라고 앞뒤만 맞춰서 아니 이게 오히려 빡세게 하면 더 컨트롤이 오는 것 같아. 그러면 보컬 멋있다. 아 그게 생각이 없었구나. 나는 개인적으로 이번 일자가 되고 아예 처음 우리가 걸리자 그냥 아예 아니 훅 치고 난 다음부터는 은근슬쩍 일자 맞지 않아요? 네. 훅 치고 나서 이걸 하면서 일자로 맞자. 그러면
Oh, and the sunglasses. I do have a question. Whenever, like, I don't know if this is even something to be answered unless you're, you know, Ingyu. You know, I'm curious if before going in, you know whether or not the expectation is to get it like super squeaky clean or just manageable. Because I know some groups are known for that synchronicity and then some are not, but also I would assume that those that are known for their cleanliness have people already set up in-house that are going to make the cleaning process the way that it is. But in this case, you're noticing, I hope you're noticing, like, there is a difference in when you see people who choreograph and they're in and they're doing the setting and all that. I think that's really cool. But the cleanliness on it is different than those who have people that come in and set it. I mean, I would say 17 is kind of an outlier in this because the person who sets it choreographically also is known for the movement direction side too. And they also have a performance director too, him, where they're able, like, they know how to clean it, and like they have separate rehearsals for their dancers and stuff. So I'm really curious about a lot of that, because I would say with Casper, I would say as an example of one who has more cleanliness on the artist that he works with under SM. Like, I'm speaking about the SM umbrella in particular in these rehearsal spaces. So that is a very fascinating thing that I would want to know. So if you're in this group, or if you're one of the choreographers, I want to hear from you about that. That's cool. I like that his hair matches the accent on his pants, and that's a chrome heart shirt. Oh man, I'm gonna get one day. I just gotta find the right one at the right price. Jeans. Ba-da-da. It's because of the transition there that they were laughing about that. And also, when he says baggy, it's delayed from the downbeat. Baggy, 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 baggy. Baggy, baggy. In my baggy, 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 baggy jeans. It's the lead. That's wild. Which adjusts the pocket in it. 대충 거칠고 내가 거는 city 꽤 넓은 octagon lay back 뒤로 그려져 빠르기보다는 flow keep it 24 buddy. Sometimes you can get sluggish after you eat.
시골에서 아주머니들이 푸들 염색할 때 저렇게 하시거든요. 뭔 말인지 알겠지? 가끔 압구정 스타벅스에 있어요. 하고 다음에 할 때 막 우리가 느릴 때 막 그냥 제스 하면 들고 어디로 튀는 게.
It's an acid trip is what it sounds like, because my brain cannot comprehend how that works. Jeans. Love it. Love it. I mean, I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed looking at NCT material just for the fact that I grow so much as an individual with certain things that happen in the tracks. But it was really cool being able to see like the behind the scenes and think of some things I hadn't really thought about until we're sitting here watching this, right? So I had a lot of fun.